Alright, so today we are going to be learning how to create our own clip art that you can use in presentations or projects. And what clip art is remember, it's kind of like an image, but it looks more cartoony. I'll show you an example in a second here, but what you're going to be doing today is you're going to find an image that you're going to try to recreate using the tools in Google Drawings. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this image tool in the toolbar, and I'm going to search for something that I want to recreate as a clip art image. I'm just going to do penguin, and I'm going to add the word clip art to my search so that it gives me kind of clip art files. I'm going to search for it. Okay, and I'm going to choose this little penguin guy. He looks kind of cute and cartoony, so I'm going to choose him, and I'm going to say select. Now it's automatically going to put that in my page. So I'm going to keep it like that, except for I'm going to kind of shrink my page so that I don't have so much space on the side. So I'm going to kind of shrink that over by just clicking in that bottom corner and dragging. So now my penguin is kind of in the middle. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to use this as a shell. Now, of course, you can always insert images just using that insert an image and find whatever, but this is kind of for you to learn how to create your own thing. So you're going to do that using the shapes tool in Google Drawings. So I'm going to click on the shapes and shapes again, and my favorite one to work with is it's called this oval. It looks like a circle, but you can stretch it and drag it in whatever direction to make it look like an oval. So I'm going to click that oval, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm kind of going to get a start here by clicking it and dragging it. Now you notice that it doesn't match up very good, so I'm going to kind of drag it back over, click in the middle and drag. The little tool at the top will let me rotate it just a touch because this penguin is kind of tilting sideways. That looks pretty good there. Now, I can't see the penguin, so what I need to do with this little oval that I just drew is I'm going to make sure it's highlighted around, and then the little fill color, the bucket, I'm going to click the top option that says transparent so I can see through and make any changes to it. On this side, I think it's a little too big, so I'm going to squeeze that in, and on the bottom, I'm going to squeeze that up so that it kind of matches my penguin. Now, you'll notice it's not perfect, so this isn't going to be exactly like this penguin, but it will be close. So there's my first oval, and I'm going to leave that alone. So now I'm going to click on my shapes and do a new oval or a new shape for the belly. So I need to draw a circle around, and again, I'm going to drag it up and make it that for the belly. So now I have this one and this one there. I might want to make that just a touch bigger. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I have both of those. Next, I would need to draw the penguin's arms. Now this is, again, it's not going to look exactly perfect, but I'm going to choose that oval again, and I'm going to draw an oval. Now I'm going to leave it there, and again I'm going to use my little tool to rotate that around so it looks more like this little penguin's. And I'm going to scrunch it down. Okay, so that looks pretty good there. Now, since I have one on this side and one on this side, all you're going to do is click on this one, right click it, and copy, click over here and paste. And so now I can drag my other one to the other side, use my rotating tool, squish it a little bit so it's not in the middle of my white circle. Okay, so I have my arms, and again for the eyes, and that one didn't stay transparent, so make that transparent. Copy that one and paste it for my other eye. And one more time for the little insides. And I'm going to copy and paste that. Okay, now I'm going to do the beak. Now that one I'm going to actually use this triangle shape. And this is a little bit silly because it always draws it with the point at the top. But remember, I can just use my little tool to rotate that around and flip it so that I will put that over top for the beak. And I'm going to make that again transparent so I can see the beak through and make any changes that I need to. Okay, all right, so now I have my triangle, I have my outline, my arms, my eyes. Now I have to do these feet. That one's a little bit more tricky. So I'm again going to use a little triangle for the little web feet. I'm going to drag that up and I'm going to rotate it around. Make it transparent. Now this other shape, this is not going to look exactly like this, but there is a shape in your shapes tool called the chord. It's this last bottom one over here. So you're going to just use whatever shapes you can find. And I'm going to rotate. Make it a little wider. I'm going to stretch it a little bit here and rotate it a little further. You can also use this little yellow thing to move that chord to a different spot if you choose to do that. So I can make it look a little bit even different. So that chord will let me do that. Now I want the triangle and the foot part to overlap just a touch. So that's where I'm going to put that there. And again, I'm going to make it transparent. Now, what you're going to do at this point, I want these two things to be one thing. So I'm going to click on the triangle, hold down my control key, and click on the chord so it highlights them together. Then I'm going to right click or two-finger tap, and I'm going to say group, and now it will group those two things together. And I'm going to actually Control C that group and Control V, copy it so that I can move it over here to my other foot as well. So now I have two of them that are the same. All right, so now that I have all of my lines kind of drawn, I'm going to kind of click out here in this blank space, and it's going to highlight my whole penguin, the background of my penguin for me, and I'm going to hit delete or backspace, and now you'll see I just have the lines and shapes of the penguin left on my page. So now what you're going to do with those lines and shapes that are on your page is we are going to actually fill them with color. So the first thing I'm going to do is this little circle for the belly. I'm going to make that white. So back up here to that fill color where I had set it to transparent. Now I'm going to fill those shapes in with color the way that I want them to look. The body of the penguin was black, obviously. I'm actually going to set the lines though to be transparent. Okay, so now I'm going to fill my little eyes with color. Now I might have wanted to do that before I did that black so that I didn't lose them, but I kind of knew where they were on my page. So again, I'm going to fill my arms, and I'm going to make those lines transparent. Fill my arms with black and set the line to transparent. Now I have my little shapes that are the little feet. And remember, I'm going to choose, let's see, I'm going to set it to be this kind of gold color. Now, you can see the lines of my feet. So again, I need to make those transparent so that it now just looks like one penguin foot all together. think that was the color. Oh, that looks a little bit lighter, maybe one darker and transparent. So now I can move those any way I like. I can rotate them around a little bit if I wanted them to look a little bit different on my penguin. And the last thing was that beak. Remember, that was there too. So I'm going to set that to be the same color. And so now I have a clip art version that I created myself of a penguin. And so now I need to actually save this file as an image file. So right now it's just saved as a Google drawing. We need to save it as an image file. So if I go to File, and I'm going to go down to Download As, and slide my mouse over to the drop-down options available here. Now a JPEG would make it so that my background was not see-through. So if you ever see an image file that's a PNG, it means that the background could possibly be see-through, and you know that it's see-through with if you see the little gray and white checkered background like you can see on my page here. So I'm going to choose PNG, and it automatically downloads my file so that if I put it into another document that had color or something in the background, you'd be able to see through and you'd only see the outline of my penguin that I just created. So go ahead and download that as your as a PNG file into your Google Drive, and good luck.